Hi guys, this is Orchi and this is gonna be our weekly well-being reading. This time I already shuffled the cards because I don't think you guys need to see me struggle with cards, but if you like me to shuffle on camera, please do let me know. But for those of you who are watching this for the first time, these are weekly readings, but they are not necessarily connected to the week ahead. And by that I mean that they can be used separately when you just watch them. That's the time then you're supposed to be watching it. And I can't speak, but I'm not going to start this video for the fourth time already. So how I do these readings, and I'm going to post the link to the picture and spread description in the description down below. I have a main energy that for this week I use the Field Guide to Garden Dragons deck, and we have versatile for that, and translating that into mental health and well-being, it highlights the fact that you need to have versatility in how you deal with things, different type of coping mechanisms. That's what came to mind. And it's a pepper dragon, by the way, and look at those really cool dragon heads. And the number 3 is on the card, not just with the dragon heads, but with these white flowers as well. So maybe number 3 is going to be important related to this week or when you're watching this reading. But definitely it's very important for you to have backup plans for something that you use to deal with stress, for example, because sometimes our tried and revisited methods for some reason are not working. So we have to have something else that we can pull out from the proverbial hat, so that we are not falling back into bad habits if we don't have something that we think would be good for that situation. And for the what to do, we have, interestingly, Judgment, and this is the Tarot of the Little Prince. All the decks are going to be listed down below, and it's interesting that we have the Judgment card. And because what I was thinking, like, we surely shouldn't judge ourselves for what we do, but that's more like justice anyway, not being judgmental, being just to a situation. With judgment, what we need to do is important is to accept our flaws, accept when we make a mistake, because mental health and being healthy in any way, not just physically but mentally as well, is not a straight path. It's not a straight journey. It's not like we decide that from now on we're going to do everything right and then we're going to do everything right for ourselves. Of course, we're always going to make mistakes. We're going to fall back into bad habits, but what's important is not judging ourselves too harshly, because our mistakes and our past selves are part of who we are today. Without them, we were not who we are. And this week, especially with the versatility, which suggests some mistakes are probably going to be made, it's important to not just go down the route of, if you make a mistake, you start hating on yourself and you start talking negatively to yourself immediately and just tell yourself off, like in horrible ways that for some reason we are very, very good at. So very, very important to acknowledge the fact that you're doing your best and you're trying your best. And we have the Ace of Cups for the don't do. And in love readings and stuff like that, it could be self-love as well, but I think what's important for this week is to not try to find the solution in something completely new and untried. So have those backup plans ready, but don't so you don't try something new in the moment when you need something that would be for sure working, because with everything new there's a possibility that it wouldn't work. Also, don't try to find a solution outside of yourself, in a relationship or in other people, because that's not how mental health works. Being healthy mentally is being okay with who you are and being comfortable with your flaws and your strengths, because sometimes that's an issue as well. Allowing yourself to be proud of who you are, and don't place these expectations and these results outside of yourself. That's part of the don't do. But with the versatility dragon, with the pepper dragon, it's a highlight to not try something new in the moment when you need help. So have those backup plans ready. And the underlying issue is, why we're experiencing all these this week, is we got defining your limits, the resilience again, which I really like. We got this earlier as well. So we're still building on, I can't remember if it was last week or previously, but we are building on, our own strength, still finding our own strength. That's why these situations are gonna come up, because we have to learn that we are more stronger and more capable of handling things than we might have thought that we are, which is great. And I also pulled one card from my own deck just to see an extra layer. And we have, because I usually I use the triangle shape because it can be very directional, but just you have to imagine the cards like this, that this is the underlying issue, but this is an even deeper layer underneath, and it says content on that part of the card. So we're not just building on our strength and resilience. We're doing that so that we can gain a place in life where we're more content and more accepting and appreciative of what we actually have. And it's interesting because I chose this word for the positive side of autumn, the season, and autumn is coming up soon. So hopefully that means that positive changes are going to be showing up by autumn, if you're living on the same hemisphere as me. If not, then just switch, I think, another season for you, or next autumn. That might be that for you. It might take a bit longer, but it's just the next cycle, so it's not that far away. And for the how we can anchor this reading for this week, I pulled the follow through, which is awesome, with this lovely bluish green color. So I mean, for me it's easy. Sorry, I have a lot of stones with this color, and ink, and even clothing. Sorry about that. But anyway, try to find something that would connect you to this reading that has this color, because why I started to do this is to help remember about the reading during the week, because maybe your memory is better than mine, but I usually remember 1 or 2 days after I did it, when I go back and read it, and then life just moves and I forget about it. But it's important to remember about these things. So if we anchor the reading to something like this color, or you know, crystal, ink, pen, whatever, then we have a bigger chance to actually remember doing the right thing for us this week. So yeah, this is the reading. Hopefully it is useful, and see you in the next one. Bye.